I was in total awe with the governor's address and not acknowledging any responsibility for his poor governing this past year and not moving our state forward. I just could not believe most of the speech was pointing the finger and playing the name game, the blame game on every issue other than holding himself accountable for the drought that we're in. Well, I would have loved if the governor would have addressed our universities on the brink of closure and perhaps a way to put funds in students' hands for our higher education and the MAP grant, things that are pressing right now as he spoke today. I would have loved to hear the governor talk about how he can help us out with some of our police brutality challenges that we're faced with in the city of Chicago and across the state. I would have loved to hear the governor talk about our senior programs, home care services, and Meals on Wheels, and all of the things that he's done to make sure that there were less seniors available for services. I would have loved the governor to talk about affordable home care. We had so many homelessness here today that were rallying against the governor. I've never seen so many people turn out to chant against the governor for a State of the State address. So for me, I would have preferred if the governor was more realistic about what's really happening today, acknowledge those companies and jobs that are leaving, but give us an example of how we're going to gain more employment, considering many African American students across the state, young people, are unemployed. In fact, almost 50% of African American males between the age of 18 to 24 do not have a job. I just think that there was just a number of excuses. It was union bashing, it was trial lawyer bashing. The governor had a backdoor way of still pushing his turnaround agenda with term limits and redistricting. But yet we really didn't talk about anything that has substance on how to balance the budget for this fiscal year before we even begin the discussions on fiscal year 17 and how we move forward.